no matter what. I'm feeling great.
Welcome back once again to our meditation special series on Light of Knowledge. In our previous episode, we talked about girl child and how we can empower her with the help of meditation. Now we are going to talk about women empowerment in general. It has been said that nature gives women a lot of power, but the law takes it away. There's a lot of discussion these days about women empowerment, about gender equality, female education, but is that a reality? Let us find out how women can empower themselves with meditation. We'll have Dr. Donika with us in our studio, and she will be more than happy to answer our questions. Welcome, Dr. Donika, to the show.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Sister, as we discussed earlier in our earlier episodes about empowering a girl child, and now, like I said, the girl has grown up to be a woman. She has gone through her phases of youth and everything. Now she's in a situation where she's looking to get married, probably have her own career. So there is going to be like a juggling act, a balancing act between her house and her career.
It's only the perspective that initially she was nurtured, now she has become matured, and now she is to be at a situation where she has to nurture others.
That's very true. So she gets into that nurturing mode where she has to nurture others.
Yeah.
So that is the reason for the stress that some women may experience?
No, actually that's not the reason. The things which are coming, they are just regardless of the motion of stress, but we add the energy of stress to it.
So if she stays focused, that yes, I have to have a family and I also want to have a career, it is possible to do both without getting overwhelmed.
Yeah, of course it is possible. Here, the mutual understanding between the family and the girl who has now become woman and now she is married to the place, it depends on that. Now we are seeing that number of families have become so much open-minded and they give liberty that yes, now we have the daughter-in-law and she has to do both. So they give the liberty, and I would suggest the girl who is getting married, if she has some dimension that she wants to do a job as well as she wants to nurture her family together, she must look for that family where they are able to accept him in that situation.
Speaking of in-laws, there was a survey that was done, and that survey showed majority of in-laws, they expect their daughter-in-law to put her family first over her career. And this may apply in some parts of the world, but that was a result of the survey, that this kind of notion is still prevalent in some parts of the world.
Let us look from the other side. See, if I have a coin and I am having the coin and the heads part is facing on my side, I would say it's heads, but the tail part is facing on your side, you will say it's tail.
Right.
So we are having the same vision for the same thing, but I am having a different perspective, so I am telling it's heads, but you are having a different vision, so you are telling it tails.
That's right.
In the same way, what is happening today in the family life, the woman, when she has entered into the new family, here the in-laws are accepting as this woman as hers. And here when it comes that you said that the family wants themselves to be given priority than the job or the career, we can look at this from the other perspective also. Okay. That she can look at this, the family is treating me as mine. Mm-hmm. To whom shall we have authority, or to whom shall we have that she is mine, that's why I am telling her. In the same way, the family, the in-laws are now treating her that now the women or the daughter-in-law has entered into our family, and so now we have the authority that we can have some authority on her, and we can tell her that you can have the family also first and you can have the career also.
So this again brings up the topic of having an open conversation.
Yeah.
Because having an open conversation where both sides sit down and talk to each other again can go a long way in creating harmony, right?
Before the open conversation, one way is that is the energy transmission.
That's right.
If the women is having the energy transmission towards the in-laws, that they are treating me like that only, howsoever I say good, they are treating me like that only, they are behaving in a negative sense. So here the energy transmission is in the negative mood. So whatsoever she is doing with the negative vibration, and here the negative mood is just attracted by those in-laws also, and the same reflection is occurring. It's just like the karmic law. We had heard of the Newton's third law, that to every action there is equal and opposite reaction.
That's right.
So here what action is been given by both the sides, they are catching the same reaction.
That's right. Coming to some practical aspects. When you're in the family life and if you're living with your in-laws, one aspect that a woman has to consider as her duty is cooking.
Yeah.
And the way the child has been brought up since her, early ages, she will also consider that as her duty, that she's responsible for cooking and feeding her family. So when this juggling act happens, and there could be times when she does not have time to cook and she puts her career first, then this could probably bring about some kind of friction in the family, right?
Definitely. And today, as we are seeing that the number of nuclear family proportion is increasing, so the female, she has to accept that responsibility. There is no way out. And what I have seen when I was doing my medical studies, many of my friends, they were just like, they didn't know even ABCD of cooking. What is this cooking is? It's totally different subject for us. But now when I have conversations with them, they are totally changed, because they have accepted that now our study or career objective, we have achieved that goal, we have achieved that motto. Our next step is to get settled into the family life. So once that acceptance comes, that I also have this thing in my life, and it's not that only at the intellectual level they are understanding. If we have that understanding at the deep level from the heart, that they accept this from the heart, no, I have to do this with heart. Because many of the times we see what we cook, it is the energy we are adding to the food.
Absolutely, yes. And I was also thinking that there is this frame of mind. If a woman thinks that cooking is a burden on me, then as you said, all the negative energy will flow into the food and into her family.
Definitely.
But if she understands that, no, I want to achieve both. I'm going to do this, plus I'm going to do that. But I was also thinking that sometimes women can limit themselves. They are capable of both, but they just don't know that.
Yeah.
So can meditation help in this process where they can maybe unleash her potential and she can do both?
Definitely, meditation can help, and we need to do meditation for it, because meditation adds a broader perspective to life. What I was thinking initially, that this is my problem, when I do meditation, I get that power to discriminate the things, I get the power to judge and be on their side, and then I can have a still mind. I can just visualize that as I am having some problem, they are also facing some problem. And that vision, meditation clears our vision. Along with it, it aids in improving ourselves. We can get the knowledge. You see, the in-laws can tell us that this you are doing wrong, or something or the other way. They want us to do the things in another way. But there again we add the negative energy, because we think they are telling us, they are taunting us. The energy sense flows in the downward direction.
Right.
But meditation, it aids the power, or it aids the engine to our thoughts. What negative thoughts we were having initially, now we have a reflection to ourselves. Oh, I am thinking that they are doing wrong, but it might be so that somewhere or the other they are having the vision that I am also wrong. Let me think from their vision, because what daughter-in-law she is, some time will come when she will also be a mother-in-law.
That's true. I was also thinking that meditation, once you start practicing meditation regularly, it can even help you make time your friend. Because sometimes we say, oh, we shirk away from responsibilities or our duties, saying that, oh, I don't have the time. Or we run out of energy.
Definitely.
We don't have the stamina to do those things. So maybe meditation can help us with these two aspects as well?
Meditation really helps us in time management, because what I have seen, that I have the number of things to do, but I don't know to prioritize the things. But meditation gives me that sense of energy, that sense of understanding, that to which things I have to add priorities more. As you said, there are clashes in the family because the in-laws think that priority should be given to me first. Here meditation can help us to balance the sequence.
Right.
We can understand that, oh, if they are wanting us to give priority, let this be first and the other things I have to do, but with the very efficient time management, not wasting my time and using my energy to the utmost, I can prioritize my other things in the another sequence.
We have complete understanding between the in-laws and the daughter-in-law. In such a situation, say she has moved on and she has a career of her own. What kinds of problems will she face at her work? And this we are talking about going into work with a certain mindset already. We have already conditioned ourselves that I'm a weaker sex. You know, I am actually supposed to be home. Maybe there's some kind of guilt which comes in at that point too. That maybe I'm really supposed to be home taking care of my family and children, but here I am 10 hours a day, I'm out of the house, you know, working. So not only has she to combat her own inner turmoil, at the same time she may come into situations at work that she has to deal with.
We can take it from another perspective too. We can just change our visualization. What she was thinking that I am creating a turmoil because I am out. Instead of that, she can have a thinking, why am I working? I am working, so this will give some economic stability to my family.
Very nice.
And along this, what I am working, I am moving at a progressive stage through which my family will also have a observation that she is able to balance both the things.
Very true.
At the same time, if she has that higher understanding, this higher understanding, you say, as you said, that the weaker side, if she looks that I am a woman, how can I balance? Away from that, at a higher understanding, if she works that I am a soul and using my energy as a soul when I work, then I won't feel inferior or I won't feel that I am a weaker sex. Rather, she will feel, and majority of us, we are seeing that today, women are balancing both the things very, very nicely. They are working, and in their working atmosphere too, they are giving the best results, because when they are working, they are only with their work, and when they are doing the household work, they are looking at their family. She totally gives them emotional support. She cares for them. She loves them wheresoever there is needed. At the same time, when she does it very nicely, the family also has the understanding that she is doing so much of efforts for us. So with the mutual understanding, the family themselves will cooperate with her.
Right. Actually, when you said that, I realized, you know, what is the reason a woman probably thinks of going out into the society and working? Sometimes it could be that she wants to assert herself. You know, she wants to make a place for herself in the society. Another reason, like you mentioned, could be she wants to support. Because these days, you know, in this digital world that we talked about last time, there are so many things that we want to buy. So maybe she's bringing in an additional income to her family.
Yeah.
And that income can not only purchase good things for her kids. I understand that this is limited. You know, the material things are not going to bring happiness into the house. But at least to a certain extent, it can bring in some comfort.
Yeah. One step more, we will move forward. Few days back, I got a call from my friend. She is also a doctor. Initially, she was just a housewife, but now she has started practicing. Now she was in the stage of depression few weeks later, and she was like, I have done so much of education, I'm not utilizing it, and sitting at home, I'm getting so many waste thoughts, negative thoughts.
So this is the other side of what I mentioned. Sometimes you have your education and you don't utilize it.
And due to that negative energy she was carrying, she was radiating the same, and there was, you can say, internal conflict between the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law. What I had suggested, you can choose your career, you can ask your husband, you can ask your mother-in-law, and if they are friendly, you can go out and start your practice. And she really dared to, and she got a very positive feedback. Her husband and her mother-in-law readily accepted her as a working doctor, and she is now doing both the things. She is balancing the work also, and now as the time is more passed in working, she has no negative and waste thoughts, and she is now experiencing that she is comfortable with her in-laws, which she was finding it difficult initially.
So she's able to perform her role as a giver, because women are givers. You know, they are always like supporting their family and they're giving to their family. So this way she's not only giving to her family, but she's also giving to the society.
Definitely.
And this is what doctors want to do, is they get that education so they can give back to the society.
You see, so the woman has so much of impact. She has to give to herself, because when she is doing the thing, she has to give happiness to herself too.
Yes.
When she does, she has to be in a happy mode. When she is in a happy mode, what she is having, she can radiate the energy. If she is sad, she will radiate the sad energy in the family.
That's right.
But now she is happy, so she can radiate the happy feelings to the family.
That's very true.
And when she has this happy family, a flow of happiness will flow to the society too.
That's right. Going back to what we were talking about, women at work. No matter what we may say, there is some kind of discrimination that happens. If there is a women candidate and a male candidate for a certain position, more often than not it happens that the position will be given to the male candidate. Also, when it comes to salary, it has been seen that there is some kind of discrimination in the salary that's given to a female and her male counterpart. So all these can weigh down on the woman. And again, how does she stabilize herself with the power of meditation?
We can change this thinking too. If the situation is that she is getting low salary, as you are telling, meditation can empower us that I have to give my best performance, that the people around or the authorities at the higher level around, they will notice the change, that no, being a female, she is performing so very brilliantly that crossing the even male barriers.
Won't that be an example?
Yeah, that will be example, and we are looking at these examples now in majority of the corporates, majority of the NGOs, majority of the working sectors. We are seeing that women are working hand to hand with their male counterparts, and now we can say that there is no discrimination if she proves the thing.
That's true. She's not trying to prove to the society, but she's trying to prove to herself that she's capable.
That means I have to be in a better position that I've thought previously I was not.
That's right. Also, I have read that there are some women who will not take much of a maternity leave for the fear that if they take the leave, then the promotion will be given to someone else, or whatever position they're holding, they might be demoted. And that when I read that, I thought that was really, sad that maternity or, childbearing, this is such a natural process for a woman. And in order to hold her position at her job, she has to kind of compromise on that.
Here again the thing of understanding comes. If she feels it compromise, then somewhere or the other she may feel guilt, or she may feel at a negative energy or low energy. But if she changes the perspective, oh, now I'm at the outlook that I am having a promotion, I have to do this also, along with that I am getting promoted in the family because I will be called as mom.
Oh, very nice. I like that. I am getting promoted in my family because I'm going to become a mom. Yeah, very nice.
So actually that is adding a positive energy. The whole things are the same, but the looking of ours, our vision towards it, as how was I looking it before, and through meditation practice, now I learn how I look it now. I can understand, I can just judge myself that before I was looking at a negative side, but now I have a broader vision through meditation. And what I was thinking that it was a curse to me, now I understand that it is a boon to me.
That's very true. And, one thought that came to my mind was, if she, for example, if she has been going through discrimination throughout her life, right from her childhood in her family, and then she goes to her in-laws, and there probably she experienced a little bit more, and at work, if she has the basis of meditation, when she brings up her child, if it happens to be a girl child, then she will have that same empathy and that same understanding and compassion that I should not let my girl child go through what I had to go through.
Isn't it a beautiful feeling in itself?
Yes.
What wrongs she had faced, now she has the empathy. Now she knows that when I have a girl child, I don't have to do the things to her. Rather, I have to give a very special treatment. Rather, I have seen my mother doing the same thing. being a girl child in her family, she was not having that much of education, but she had the vision that I will make my daughter have a brilliant education and a brilliant career. I tell you truly, I was like moved away into spirituality, and I thought after 10th I should stop my education and be devoted, but it was my mother who motivated me. No, you do the education, we are supporting you, and after your education you can get devoted.
Actually, that brought back my childhood back to me too, where we were in a similar situation where my parents, my mother, because a mother is especially the strength giver in the family, so they too supported us throughout our life to give us the best possible. My father, of course, he is also interested. He helped us out with our studies and everything.
Yeah.
But since we're talking about women special here, my mother also played a very key role in making sure that we got the best of best.
And here at Brahma Kumaris institution, I have learned the same thing. Here there is no discrimination between the male or the female. Rather, we see that what female discrimination was being made in the society, here the whole institution is run by females. The local Brahma Kumaris centers we have throughout the world, more than 8,500 centers we have, and you will be astonished to know that all these centers are majoritarily run by females.
Wow, that is a big number. 8,500 centers throughout the world.
Yeah, and they are looking throughout, they teach meditation to the society. They also have the responsibility of the centers, because they are just like the home. They have to do all their food, cooking and all the things. Along with that, they also have regular workshops for other people at corporate level, maybe at the society level. So you see what barriers we had created. We can break our own barriers through the mind and through the empowerment of the mind, and which meditation helps us to do it.
So this tells me that what I had talked about earlier, a woman can manage to multitask. Like you said in your example, the sisters are teaching, they are cooking for themselves and for the other people that come to the center.
Yeah.
And they are performing a lot of activities tirelessly, selflessly.
And you see, all the dedicated sisters over here, they are not given any salary, but you see their faces, they are so very happy and blooming that we get energy from it. So it's a learning part, that it's not the salary part which is energy, which is adding energy or happiness to our life, but the satisfaction part of giving to others. What I have, I give to others and I get the happiness.
Right, they are holding on because they are going to get a big salary from our Shiv Baba, like we talked about in our earlier discussions.
Yeah, that's the supreme power, supreme God himself giving energy to us. Yeah. What more can be than that?
Right, right. The salary and the inheritance that they are going to get from him is going to be big.
Definitely.
Thank you, sister, for this wonderful discussion. I really enjoyed it, and I hope our viewers did too. We look forward to having you again so we can continue this series.
Welcome. Om Shanti.
Friends, Sister Donika is guiding us on this spiritual journey, and as we continue, we are getting more and more insight on different aspects of the society. And we are trying to bring in meditation to help us out with every aspect that we are talking about. Hopefully, this is making you a little bit stronger, a little more confident than you were before. So let us all continue this journey together. Keep writing to us, and we'll keep writing back to you. Hope to see you again in our next episode. Till then, take care.